This is the appendix of the video. It will be available at the start of every video explaining how it works. So if you already saw it, you can basically skip it. So just introduction, this video is, so all of the videos are separated in 3 different categories. The first one is basics. So the basics, I'll be teaching some basics QA knowledge that I can share. So anyone that is an introduction in their area is just joining the QA area. We have a knowledge and understanding about what it is, how to expect, how to be a good QA, and some tips. So yeah, that is the one. All the categories will be 1, 2, and 3. The second one will be a high level, so it would be more some complex topics be talking about. So anyone that is interested in some dive a little bit deeper in the QA knowledge. So I'll be sharing some thoughts on that. And 3 is just a reflexive some thinkings about what is happening, some enterprise, some scenarios that happens in real life my company had went through, and some others that I went through while working as a QA or as a teacher. And I'll be sharing what I learned, what I can take out from that. So it's more a discussion than a teaching lesson. So I can be wrong in all of the 3 topics, so on all of the 3 categories. So anyone can share any thought would be welcome. So any critics, any good and bad reviews will also be a knowledge, because it's always good to learn. So yeah, enjoy. This is a level 1 video. This is a requirement video that I'm making because I'm also doing an automation video, and I just talk about some things that is not 100% of the person that we're gonna watch the video will understand. So that's why I am making this video. Then I can explain some basic knowledge as far the anyone that had no idea how to automate at all, what it is a QA area, then just can start working on automation area. So yeah, let's go. So first thing you need to know, what is the difference between manual and automation QA. This is the first basic knowledge I would like to cover. So manual QA is narrow to the designer, to the PO, the guy that plans, uh, do the concepts of the idea of the product, and automation and QA automation is narrow to a developer. So that's how I like to split these 2 areas. So manual QA do manual testing, which is read requirements and do all the testings, do negative testing, positive testings, and any kind of testings that we're not going to cover in the automation video. And automation grab the same requirements that the manual guy work, but will automate the process, will make the process run automatically. So instead of someone go there and click on the buttons, the QA automation will teach the machine, will code. I think it's the better word is teach. Will teach the machine to click in a button, to type something, and to click on, as an example, in the login screen, we'll say, hey, computer, I want you to click on the login, type this information, click on the password, type that information, click on the login button, and see if the response will be like that. This is what the automation guy does. It can have some negatives and positives, but this is for web automation specifically. And I'll be covering performance and kind of that. So yeah, for web automation, that is what the QA automation does, and the manual will do the same thing, but some other stuff that is not done by the automation QA. Usually, some positions, a lot of companies are just asking for manual for automation QA because they are assuming the automation QA already know the manual stuff, but that is not always. So not all the knowledge needed to be manual QA is the same one needed to be automation QA, and that go all the other way around. As I told, one is narrow to design, and the other is narrow to developer. So yeah, it's different batch of knowledge. So the next thing I would have to explain is a function. What is a function? What is a parameter? I will not explain in details what is a function. I will just explain enough for you to not be lost when I'm going to explain in the automation video. So a function is a group of information. It's a group of instruction for a machine. As an example, just taking the example we just talked about, go there, machine, go there, click on login button, type that, click on password button, type that, and click on the button login. So yeah, that's a flow. That's a flow, and I can name all this flow as login. Like I have a function with the name is login. So I just call in my code login, and when I hit execute, we'll do all these steps automatically. A function can do a lot of things, like can have a sum function, can have a logarithm function. So yeah, I want to sum 10 plus 10. I can go to a sum function and say, hey, function, how much is 10? And that is the parameter. So yeah, just grabbing the hook for parameters. Parameters is what you send in for the function to work. So the function is a batch of instructions. The parameter is what you send between the brackets, between the parentheses, that will tell the function exactly like the details that you wanted. As an example, that like the sum example I just talked, sum function 10 plus 10, 10 comma 10. So I'm sending two parameters between a parenthesis, and when I hit execute, will show me the answer 20 as an example. And just using the same first one, the login example, I can send like login is the name of the function, parenthesis, and I can type between quotes, single quotes, the username, comma, quotes, username, quotes, comma, quotes, password, quotes. Yeah, always text comes within quotes because I'm going to be covering Cypress and TypeScript. So Cypress and JavaScript. So yeah, single quotes. So text, single quotes, because there is a comma splitting the two quote statements. So this two parameters. So again, login, parenthesis, quote, username, quote, comma, quote, password, quote, and close parenthesis. So yeah, this is I'm telling to the function login, hey function, when you're going to fill the username and the password, use these two parameters that I'm sending. Not use like any random, because yes, you can also there can also exist a function that will cover this scenario. So I just send login, parenthesis open and close, and nothing inside. So the function will just fill with random information. So yeah, that works. But when you do not want that random information, you can send parameters. I will be covering a little bit more in details what kind of functions, what kind of parameters to send, what the function does. The functions I will explain in there. But for this video, we just need to understand what is a function, what a function can do, and what is parameters. Because sometimes I will just be called, let me call the function X, that function that, the function that other function, and with these parameters, and I'm expecting you to already know that. So yes, that's basically it. So yeah, as I told, is the basics of what you needed to be able to understand what I'm going to talking about. Developer tools is another thing that it's good for you to know. If you don't know what is DevTools, Google that. We have AI to help on that. So yes, but basically it's a window that displays in the any browser that helps developers to work, and that will help for automation also. So yes, DevTools, DEV tools altogether. DevTools, parameters, functions, JavaScript is a programming language. So when I was telling the example, computer click on the login, that is all like can be transcribed to JavaScript. So if you don't know JavaScript, I don't think that will be a problem, but yeah, you will struggle just a little bit. But I will explain the things in a way that you will understand. So yeah, don't worry about that. The focus is JavaScript is a language, Cypress is a framework automation. So it's a place that you can that helps you, that provides a lot of functions that can help you automate. What is the difference between manual and automation? QA. So yes, that's it. Let's cover everything. Yeah. If there is any knowledge missing, I will cover in the other video, the automation video. So yes. See you guys there.